Okay, I have a 2002 CLK430. It had sat for about a year and a half under a tree, and couldn't figure out what was wrong with the car, so I bought it basically for scrap and thought it would be worth trying to save. Now, the way I found the problem, I maybe went about it a different kind of way than other people would have. But what I ended up doing is I jumpered a wire off the solenoid on the starter and had a long wire coming out so I could bypass all the controls, but also try to see why I was not getting anything from the starter. On the back of the alternator, you've got a battery, you got battery power there, but before it gets to the alternator, it jumpers off from the starter. So I had battery power to the starter, I had power going to the solenoid, and the starter had tested out fine. Now, what I did to find the problem was, while under the car, I jumpered out to, it was easier to get to the alternator here on the 12 volts. So I jumpered out 12 volts straight to the coil with a long screwdriver up against the starter and the frame of the car, effectively giving me a better ground. The car started up, or should I say turned over. I did not have the key turned on for it to start up. So I knew I had a grounding issue and quickly found, not sure if you can see it or not, but there's a screw, a bolt right here. There's a black cable that comes off that bolt to the body of the chassis of the car. I simply reconnected that, but I also added another ground from the bell housing, because it was an easy bolt to get to, and I ran an extra ground wire to here, just in case. So now, starts up just fine. Now, I ended up noticing brake fluid needed to be added here because of the warning light. Added brake fluid, and I noticed I never got a full brake pedal, so I quickly realized I had a leak. Spot. Has about 170,000 miles, and obviously it's rusty. It came from Illinois, northern Illinois, so it does have some rust. But it sounds good. Straight piped all the way to the back. Rust. Some more rust. Never had a CLK before, but from what I'm hearing, they're bad about rusting. So yeah, thought I should share the grounding issue in case anyone else has any problems with their CLK430 or any other Mercedes that could possibly get a ground issue. Other than the brake line leaking out, I believe I may have valve covers that need to be resealed. But other than that, I think just cleaning it up. Just simply cleaning it. So yeah, I'll do another video cleaning the car. Honestly did not expect to care much for a CLK430, but I actually kind of like it. Can't do that too many times. The neighbors